Look, today I'm going to go ahead and get started. We're going to just cover a little bit about kind of getting ready for Q4. Again, if you've been selling for a while, you know that the fourth quarter, those 3 months, for a lot of sellers, they'll make as much money in those 3 months as they do the previous 9 months. Again, that's why it's called Black Friday, because that business has been in the red all year a lot of times, and they're finally moving into the black, right, when the sales hit on Friday. So as Amazon sellers, we want to be as prepared as possible. So I'm going to just rip through some very simple things hopefully you guys know about. Before I do that, though, let's talk a little bit about why I think it's important. And this was actually shared with me by Jeff Cohen. If you know Jeff from Feedback Genius, if you don't know Jeff, you need to look him up, check him out. Check out Feedback Genius. Seller Labs is the software company he works for. Jeff is extremely knowledgeable, full of great information. So he actually just gave some of these tips in a webinar he did a couple days ago. So why are we even excited, right, about selling on Amazon, and in particular, why are we gearing up for Q4? There's Jeff right now. Jeff is actually in the Facebook group. He just said hi. So again, I just want to credit, this is Jeff's content. He just gave a phenomenal webinar with CPC, and you definitely want to look him up and check out Seller Labs. Why we're excited, right? 2015 was a record-setting year, okay, for e-commerce, which is exciting for you and I always say this, that, you know, if you're just getting started, you're in a great position because you're getting started in a profession that is just doing this, right? It has tremendous upside. And so it was a record-setting year for Amazon. Amazon actually signed up 3 million Prime subscribers in December, which is just insane. And if you sell on Amazon, again, you know that Prime membership just continues to grow. And the more Prime membership grows, the more you and I sell, all right? So look, just being in e-commerce, right? If you're in it right now, it's a great time. Look, that's why Walmart just bought Jet. Yeah, David says, preach it, Andy. Walmart just bought Jet, spent $3 billion on a company that's really not profitable yet, because they realize retail is actually going down, but e-commerce is going up, right? We're still on that roller coaster going up. And so it's an exciting time to be in it. And so, you know, today I want to talk a little bit about Q4, what you can do to prepare for it. And there's a couple different things, right? I'll specifically talk about if you're a private label seller first. You know, if you're a private label seller and you're importing by boat, you want to get those orders in right now. And so really you have probably until the end of August to place the orders. Again, if it's coming by boat, it's going to take like another 30 days to give yourself enough time to land that product in the Amazon warehouse. And so, you know, if you're just getting started in PL or you got to place orders, you definitely want to get those placed, all right? And again, I just want to let people know, so I'm actually on Facebook, in the Facebook group live, and I'm also doing a Zoom broadcast. So if you're, again, looking at a PL product, you want to try to place those orders no later. The absolute latest is the end of August. And the reason why is everyone else is placing those orders as well to try to get their product in. And so there's definitely going to be longer supply chain when it comes to landing your product. So get those orders in. You want to think about, like, what are some fourth quarter opportunities of products that you might be able to private label, right? You know, there's a lot of different things that are hot sellers only at Christmas time. And so again, you know, just have a mindset, try to think about what sells good at Christmas, and then you want to try to go after those products right now. Realize that during fourth quarter, you're going to sell probably 2 to 3 times more of what you normally sell. And that for me is pretty much across the board. And so that's very commodity type products that I sell, I'll see an increase of 2 to 3 times. Here's the crazy thing about fourth quarter. So I have some dead, what I call dead private label products that I no longer reorder to sell during the 9 months, during Q1, second quarter, and third quarter. However, I will place an order right now for those products and get them into Amazon, because even though they don't sell first quarter, second, or third quarter, I know these products will sell fourth quarter. And so, if you have products like that, I mean, just know that generally whatever products you have, you're going to sell like 2 to 3 times the amount. And so you need to prepare to make sure you have that type of inventory in. I still have yet, this will be my fourth quarter, I still have yet to get to the point where I've had a sufficient supply of product. So the previous 3 quarters, every time I think I got enough product, and then by the end of December, my Amazon inventory is depleted. It is sold out. And again, it's just one of those things, looking back and saying, man, this is why we're in a great business. Every time, right, that fourth quarter hits, for me, the last 3, I've been sold out at the end of December. And that's with me raising my prices, adjusting the prices, it still sells. And so, just take that into consideration. Let's talk about if you're looking at, possibly getting a VA for your business. Now is the time to do it, right? Those processes that you need to become more efficient, you want to look at instituting and training and getting those done now. You don't want to do it during fourth quarter when really your primary thing you should be doing is acquiring as much inventory. And this is specifically talking about retail arb, or if you're doing online arbitrage. You want to be acquiring that inventory really as much as possible during those crucial months, which I say are like toward the middle of November all the way to almost right before Christmas. You just want to be obtaining as much inventory as you can and throwing it in. And so if you're trying to get any other processes refined, you want to do that now. All right. Let me look at my notes here. I personally think it's probably a little too early to start buying toys unless you're finding them like on huge clearance. For me, for the last 3 summers, I've actually have made some really big purchases on toys online through like Walmart and through Target, and then I've actually just stored those at my house or my friend's house, and then I'll send them in like right at the beginning of November. So unless you're getting those really good clearance deals on toys, I wouldn't try to stock up on toys yet. I would wait again until a little later into fourth quarter. So I see your question, Neil, says, what would you say is the deadline for having inventory in stock and ready to go for Amazon? The real hot times are from Black Friday on. And so the times where like the sales just go through the roof are from Black Friday all the way, for me, to the end of December. And then usually January is actually my second highest selling month of the year. And that's because a lot of people get gift cards for Christmas, and so they're still in that buying mode even in January. But you definitely want to try to have it in by Black Friday. That's the goal. Something else you might want to do too is you might want to contact suppliers that you haven't talked to in a while. Suppliers, if you're doing wholesale, you definitely want to keep those relationships well oiled coming into these next couple of months. If you're placing orders with them, because you want to be able to get those orders in as quickly as possible. I've shared before, so with my sales reps in China, I keep the relationship going with them basically on a weekly basis because when I do want a order rushed or an order placed that I need to get quickly, I want them to be able to think of me in a relationship type term, because I know that they will give me preferential treatment, right, over the other vendors that are buying from them. And so that's really important. Make sure you keep those relationships going. And that's basically all I wanted to cover today. Next week, we will go into more detail on another topic. But I just wanted to say it's good to be back on. I've taken 2 or 3 months off for the summer, and now I will be back on every Wednesday at 2 o'clock, about the same time frame. We're going to try to keep it pretty short, about 15 minutes. We want to just try to keep it informational, hopefully motivational. Sometimes at 2 o'clock, right, if you're working out of your house, it can be so tempting. You can kind of it can be a little bit of a drag if you're working by yourself, right? I know for me it is. Sometimes it's tempting, like I want to go outside, or I want to, maybe even sometimes go upstairs and lay down, take a nap. But I want to try to always bust through that, because I know some of my most productive hours are from 2 o'clock until 4 o'clock. So this is when I'll be bringing the show to you now every Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Again, hopefully to provide you some great information and some positive motivation for you to continue acquiring inventory. Remember, we are an inventory-based business. You and I only make money if we have inventory in the Amazon warehouse. And so, as for me, I'm the primary person of my business. I want to try to strategically put all of my time and effort into acquiring inventory. And so other things that I can allow other people to do, I want them to do those other things. I want to be able to focus on obtaining profitable inventory as much as possible. You especially now, like we said, this is what the show's all about. That's what you should be doing as well. If you are brand new to the game, you're going to be doing everything around your Amazon business. If you've been doing it for a while, then probably you might have other people doing some other pieces to your Amazon business, but your primary thing probably, again, is acquiring that profitable inventory. And so just always keep that in mind. I am always sourcing. If I'm grocery shopping, I'm always looking. When I'm going through the aisles, I'm thinking, what could I bundle this? If it's not profitable, could I bundle it? Could I make a multi-pack? I'm always thinking about what my next product could be, and then I'm trying as hard as possible to get that inventory in. I'm actually, this weekend, I'm flying to Las Vegas on Saturday. I'm going to the Magic Shoe Show. I'm going with Steven Peterson and LaRon. The three of us are going. We are all sharing a hotel room together, and I'm sure we'll be sharing best practices the whole time that we're there. But we're going there to try to acquire some more profitable inventory. Specifically with this trip, it's going to be with clothing and shoes. And so if you know me, I'm primarily a private label guy, but look, I will sell anything that makes money. All right. So if it is profitable, I don't care where I obtain it from. Obviously, I'm not going to buy stolen goods, but I don't care how I obtain it. If it is profitable inventory, I will sell it. And the crazy thing is, you and I, again, sell on the most powerful sales channel in the world and in the history of mankind. There has never been a sales channel like Amazon that you and I have this incredible opportunity to sell in. And I'll end with this. So I was telling the wildlife guy who came to my house to check out my bat situation. If you're just joining, I actually have bats, 2 bats in my house. I had a catch last night. My kids were running all around. My wife was screaming. But I rescued. I was the hero. I caught both of them in a net and got them out of my house. But he was making a remark about how awesome it was that we can sell on Amazon like that. So I'll end with that. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. Bust through that 2 o'clock hour, like I said a little earlier, and then get your mind on obtaining that profitable inventory. And let's, again, break new records in 2016, just like 2015. All right, thanks, you guys. Have a great day.